Secret of Victorian women hair, fashion and hidden truth you never knew. Victorian women were known for their long and beautiful hair, but do you know many of them didn't wash their hair? Back then, people believed that washing your hair too much would make you feel sick. So instead, they used hair powder, oil and brushes. And these hair powders were made from urine and raw eggs. Rich women often had maids that brushed their hair for them, sometimes for 30 minutes a day. Back then, if a woman cut her hair, it was a big deal. In 1847, a woman was arrested in London for cutting another woman's braids in the church and attempting to sell it. If a maid was accused of such acts, she would face public shame or might be beaten to death, and here is the surprise. Some women even collected their own hair after brushing it. They used it to make hair rats. It was a little part of hair used to puff out their hairstyle. Yes, those big buns and puffy style was made from real hair, sometimes from themselves, sometimes from others. Victorian women wore tight corsets every day, sometimes for more than 10 hours straight, in hopes of getting a tiny waist. Many corsets put down their waist down to 18 or 20 inches. It was smaller than a child waist today. It was painful and made breathing hard. Katia Yeon holds the world record for the smaller waist on a living person. While she embraced the look, there are potential health consequences like digestive issue and organ displacement, where a seam constriction can put pressure on internal organs, potentially causing them to shift out of their natural positions. But for women in that time, looking ladylike was more important than comfort. And not just corsets, dresses were heavy too. So women wore up to 15 pounds of clothes, equivalent to lifting heavy weights in the gym, including layers of petticoat and shirt. It was very hard for them to breathe, but they didn't have any other option because back then, it was beauty over comfort. Women didn't have makeup like we do today. In fact, wearing makeup was considered naughty unless you were on stage or in secret. But that didn't stop them from using tricks. Some used lemon juice to lighten their skin. Some pierced their cheeks, bite their lips so to look more naturally red. Believe it or not, some women even use arsenic creams and lead-based powder to make their skin pale, which can cause high blood pressure or kidney failure. The same poison used to kill a rat was used to look pretty. It was dangerous, but back then being pale meant you were rich and you didn't walk outside. Most Victorian girls didn't go to school like boys did. Their job was to grow up, get married, and take care of the house. Some rich girls had tutors at home. They were taught things like music, sewing, and how to be a good wife, not science or history. Women weren't allowed to vote, go to college, or have jobs in government. Their life was decided by their father or husband. But not all women followed the rules. Some became writers, nurses, or even early feminists, fighting for women's rights in every tough time. A young woman couldn't just walk up to someone she liked. She had to be introduced by a family member, and most of the time, marriage were more important than love. Women like Florence became famous for helping the sick. Others wrote books under fake names because publishers wouldn't accept female authors. The Victorian era seems like time of rules, silent and old-fashioned ideas. But if you look closer, you will find the story of bravery, creativity and quiet strength behind the evil Victorian women.